Ah, hey. Today we're looking at two evidences for the blackness of Adam. The first one is forensic, and the second one is evidence from the scientific community. So we're going to basically see two videos, one for each piece of evidence, and that's going to be it. So forensic evidence is basically a forensic officer and his team that constructed a sculpture that they believe looks like Adam. And so when they completed the sculpture was black. He was also in partnership with National Geographic, which is a non-Christian group, but they still came to that conclusion. So we'll show you that video, and then evidence from the scientific community. We're just gonna take one video from Ken Ham, who is the founder of Answers in Genesis, one of the world-class best Christian scientific communities today. And so in his video, he's going to also admit that Adam was black, but he's going to do it in a reluctant way from my point of view, but he still will admit that Adam was black. All right, so here comes the first video for forensic evidence for the blackness of Adam.
Now Frank Bender can show us what he might have looked like. His goal is not just to sculpt Adam, but to reveal his personality.
I tried to get into his head just like I would a fugitive. Intuition is the binder between art and science. It's the part that pulls it all together and gives it that life, that spark. I picture him very much alive and with a lot of the basic feelings that we have today. Confidence one point, insecurity at another.
Finally, Wells comes face to face with the man he's been searching for. A new portrait of the common ancestor of every man today. Adam. Without the skull, we can't know for sure what Adam looked like. But a combination of genetic evidence, Bender's forensic skills, and cutting-edge computer software suggests he looked something like this. Thousands of years after the Bible, and hundreds of years after Michelangelo, we have a whole new face for Adam.
I like the expression. He's got a very forceful look.
He's intent on something, maybe taking over the world. You begin to get perhaps an insight into why these guys won out and why this guy's our ancestor.
By the way, this guy to me does not look like Adam, but at least they got the fact that he was black. Next video.
Eve were probably middle brown. God gave them maximum genetic diversity so that in one generation you could get all the different shades from really dark to really light. Now people say, well, that's impossible. Well, no, it's not. There are twins in the world today, many examples of twins that are dark and light. People would call them black and white twins. They're not black and white. They're dark brown and light brown. Many Hispanic families, for instance, in America, in California, Florida, you often see Hispanic families where they're more middle brownish for the parents, and you find children that are darker than the parents and children lighter than the parents. It's just that genetic variation because of the genes that they have.
Okay, so he said it that they're brown, and obviously that is the correct color, but the hypocrisy is in the fact that whites during slavery would look at a brown person and say that they were black, but now that it no longer benefits them, they look at a black man and say that they're brown. All right, so that's just what I wanted to point out. That was the reluctant part of it, but at least he was still able to get himself to admit that they were brown, which means black, and that Adam was his black daddy. All right, so that's it for today. 2 quick pieces of evidence for the blackness of Adam